What's up, everybody? Check. We are back. Strictly Apple Podcast.
What's going on?
The next episode. Kind of like Dr. Dre.
What episode are we on?
It's a good question. When you're listening to this, 14. Check. I better hope that's right, Jonathan.
Me too.
Be the last day. Next episode, you don't even hear Jonathan on it. Should have got the number right. Sure. Okay, here we go, guys. We are back. When you're listening to this, it'll be a little bit off scrambled, but we are just back from Black Friday.
Yep.
Crazy time.
Absolutely.
If you're a big fan of the channel, you did see us on live. You saw me very minimally while I was behind the scenes, but you did see Jonathan at one point during the live. His head was down on the table, and he was reading off promotions.
I was.
And I said, "You tired?" And he goes, "Nope." He puts the sunglasses back on, and he goes, "All I can hear deals."
What you know about that? Marketing in its
He was
prime.
having a hard time, but it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Black Friday. Landon, let's jump into it. Landon, how was Black Friday for you?
It was great.
Did you shop anywhere but
No,
Strictly Apple?
I have not bought one thing. I haven't even bought anything. No, I don't really do Black Friday. I guess I probably should. I'm always just so focused on our Black Friday.
Yeah.
So it
Same
kind of
here.
pushes away.
Actually, since the first time that I wasn't full-time with you, but remember when we did the Black Friday video?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't shopped Black Friday since then.
Really?
Wait, the 3 a.m. I think I've seen that YouTube video.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
It's crazy.
It was
like
a long
2,
night,
3 a.m.,
long
yeah.
day.
Yeah, I haven't shopped Black Friday
started,
since then, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just totally forgotten about it.
My
don't-
mom.
You
like,
took the Christmas spirit away from me.
I took it away from me.
I took it away from me.
The name of this podcast is I Took It Away from Me.
I took it away from me. No, Black Friday. Black Friday was crazy. It's always so different because every single year is a little different because only like 2 years ago, we weren't doing any orders.
Can you talk to us about that? So this podcast is a little bit about behind the scenes, what's going on right now at Strictly Apple. Talk to us a little bit about how do you come up with which products? Is it every product is going to be hot on Black Friday, or do you look at what's trending with Apple? Do you look at what you have to stock in inventory? How does that roll?
A lot of it goes to stock and inventory and also what we get offered within like 30 days prior to Black Friday.
Okay.
So if there's like we got a really good deal on some Beats Solo 3s, so we got them on the website right now for a good price, and then we got some like sealed AirPods.
Yeah.
So we got them on the website for a good price as well. And a lot of those products, we just mark them super low, honestly, in hopes to get people on the website and then get other deals into their hands. So all of our Black Friday deals, the section that we had on there for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, well, a lot of them were, one-offs that we had, sort of getting rid of our inventory, getting rid of our stock when it comes to 1 and 2 devices. And then some of them were just like the Beats or the AirPods or some Apple Watches we had on there. They're just like really good deals overall. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if I were personally shopping, I'm like, okay, what's the best deals? What's the best bang for your buck? And I try to do that as much as possible there for that Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend.
Something I haven't really looked at either. This is kind of more of a nerdy aspect, a little bit ADHD involved. I don't know if does Apple actually have Black Friday deals? Now you see Black Friday deals like Strictly Apple or Best Buy, or the Target, right?
Sure.
You'll
Right,
see
yeah.
Apple minimal stuff for Apple. Like here you get everything Apple Black Friday.
Right.
Over there you get there's an iPad for your kids and a watch for your husband,
They only have a couple things.
Yeah. Does Apple have Black Friday deals on the website?
They have
Because their aesthetic is clean.
They have deals, but it's like you get like $100 in-store credit for another purchase.
Yeah,
Right. I
That's
wonder
whack.
if they if as far as this is far beyond me logistically, but I wonder if they worry about having Black Friday deals or they tell their suppliers, the Targets, the Strictly Apples, the Best Buys, what to do as far as that, so they don't have to deal with it. Because that would be
Potentially.
easier.
Well, they mark their stuff down some for the Targets and Best Buys. There's a margin on there that they can use. So a lot of the products that you get at Target and Best Buy, they're not making any money on when it comes to Black Friday sales.
Right.
They're just breaking even, but it gets people in the door,
Right.
which is a great idea because they'll sell them their overpriced something else type of deal.
Right.
So the idea with that is if we can get them in the door, we can get them into something else. And as far as Apple goes, I know they just mainly do like in-store credits.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even do coupons. They might do if you're a student or a military in the military or something of that nature. They'll give you deals on as well.
Right. Do you think here's a more personal insight question since we're doing behind the scenes of Strictly Apple. What do you think in the years that you've been doing Black Friday for a few years now, what do you think is the most excited you've been about a deal? Not you personally, but you're like, people are going to love this.
Oh.
People are going to freaking love this.
Well,
There was one item.
It's actually this year. We
Yeah, I was
had a
gonna say
whole
mine
bunch
too,
of
yeah.
M1 MacBook Airs, man. We got a whole bunch of them in, and we got a really good deal on them, but we wanted to make it super affordable. And we will also, it's the same idea. We want to bring people to our website.
Yeah.
We had a whole bunch for $4.99, which is a
That's
extremely good
unreal.
deal,
Yeah.
especially in our market. It's a really good deal. And then we even had some, if you didn't want to spend $500, $4.99 on a computer, we had some 2020 MacBooks that were $369. So it's still a really good deal overall. For under $400, you could get a MacBook Air for $369. And then all weekend long, if you spent $15 or $150 or $200, we gave you an additional $20 or $15 off if you use a certain code. So
Right.
you're walking out the door with a 2020 MacBook for $230.
That's-
$330.
That's crazy.
No, it is pretty crazy. It's actually a really good deal. So we were trying to push those, and we sold a ton of them. I mean, we had a ton of orders come in, so we're really happy. This is one of our best years ever.
Good.
When it comes to the Black Friday weekend, so I'm excited about that as well. But also, we're able to get a whole bunch of customers these devices in their hands, and just improving year over year.
Right. So on that topic, before we keep on touching on about Apple products, you were talking about giving, year after year.
Yep.
This coming up, like I said, you will hear this episode later, but coming up this Friday is the Coates Drive. And I know
Yeah.
we talked about it a couple episodes back, but it is upon us in chronological order of podcasts.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Are you excited still? Are you
So,
pumped up? What is going
I'm
on?
pumped up. There's a lot that goes on, and I did this for the back to school event.
Right.
So much going on, and I thrive on pressure.
Yeah.
I feel so.
Actually, if I can make a statement about this. So when we brought up the conversation about Coates this year, this is a few months back, I'm Krampus.
I don't know what you're going to say right now.
I know. I'm Krampus, and you said, okay, here's the idea. This is what I want to go with. And I looked at you very seriously. I was like, friend to friend, there's a lot of pressure, man. It's
It's a lot of
I
pressure.
mean, you're getting married, coming up in less than a year, and Christmas and Black Friday, and you're like, I love it.
it gets
dude,
me
let's give
going. There's adrenaline.
And I was like, all right, here we go.
For everybody that doesn't know, I got engaged in August 3rd, and that same exact day we had that's like our first event that we've actually put on.
Yep.
And we gave away 500 bags of school supplies, 500 meals fed
Yep.
to kids.
Yeah, more than that in the end, I think.
We had to do everything. It was
Yeah.
incredible. It was an incredible day. But somehow my bright self planned that and my engagement on the same exact day, and there was a whole setup for the engagement. And type
Oh,
of thing,
dude,
too. It was
Brooke was around here helping, and actually, so I remember I was doing like wrapping lunch badge with her,
Yeah.
and I kept looking over. I'm like, you gotta stay cool, man. Like I'm the one who tells every surprise and ruins everything. I'm like, I can't say a word right now. She has no idea what's coming.
And we were so focused on it. And we had, several hundred cars lined up around the street here, and there was traffic jams and everything. So next year we'll do it a little differently.
Yeah.
But, for sure. But it was a very, very busy day, and I don't know, something I like the adrenaline.
Yep.
And maybe if I didn't do it like that, because I go crazy those days. I'm like, hey, you gotta do this, gotta do this.
Yeah.
You know how I get.
Yeah.
So I want everything to be perfect, and in a real world, everything can't be perfect. But I'm gonna push for it as hard as I can, and know that I was able to get there.
Right.
But we're doing the same thing this
Right.
weekend. So Black Friday, we had Thanksgiving, you have Black Friday, you have this week. We're sending out a whole bunch of boxes to our business customers and some customers that we have that are repeat customers for Christmas gifts. We're doing that right now. So we have that going on. We're still making sure all the orders get out for Black Friday, which we're still shipping out.
Cyber Monday was yesterday.
Cyber Monday was yesterday. Had a great
Yep.
day Cyber Monday as well. And we're pushing all that stuff out. And then Friday, we need all these coats, over about 1,000 coats we need to have at this center on Friday to make sure that these people in our area get, stay warm for the winter.
Yep. No, that's
So,
awesome.
and it's going to be a really cool event. We got Santa coming.
Yep.
We have a DJ that has volunteered to be there.
She had talked about hot chocolate.
There's hot chocolate going to be there.
which I am going to fully take part of. It is going to be cold.
It's going to be a cold day, and these coats are going to definitely help. But it's going to be I'm excited for it. And we've never done this. So obviously the back to school thing was one thing. I'm excited to see the coat drive. I'm also excited to, see, is there something that we're also going to do next year? I would like to do a spring event as well.
Right.
I don't know what we have to do with that, but we could definitely figure something out. And then, maybe we have 3 events a year. Maybe next year we try Thanksgiving and put turkeys, on people's table or something of that
That'd be
nature. Cool. But yeah, it's a pretty cool event. It's happening this Friday at like 5 p.m. at Jordan's Crossing over off Hague here in Columbus.
I will say, I know we've gone through it before, but many years ago when I was in need, living in a different part of Columbus, I needed a turkey on the table. Didn't expect it. Got one on the front porch. Got everything, canned food, everything, and it's a blessing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something in the world where you can't feed your family. You can, but it would put a hard strain on it, and then something show up like that from people I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Never heard of that church. Never
Like,
did anything,
where did
but
this
somebody
come from?
said something.
Yeah.
So
and hopefully as we continue to grow Strictly Giving, that we can, maybe turn this into something that is, similar to even Jordan's Crossing would be really cool, right? You can never have too many people helping other people. So it's not like, it's not competition across the street. It's, oh man, you got the people in Grove City, great. I got the people in Columbus. Like, let's who got some up north. So that's the idea of that. Would be really cool. I'd like to partner, and I think our community as well that follows us online could be a big benefit, or could benefit, as far as being able to give things to people. Like maybe they don't have somewhere they trust, or maybe they see us online and want to do that. So,
and I know it's not a preachy thing to say, but if you've never given, I mean, everybody's given something in their life. I agree. But to be able to give in this manner, I know the school thing was really cool.
Yeah.
But like I've done not a coat drive, but similar drive to this. We're giving away, to the needy. I actually went door to door. It's a few years back, and it's the most incredible feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Even if people don't show the most amazing look on their face, because everybody expresses something different. I'm a horrible gift receiver.
Yeah.
Oh, I love giving gifts, but like you give something to me, and I'm just like, thanks. Stone cold.
Dude, I know exactly what you mean, because I always, and this is not, I'm not sitting here tooting my horn like I love giving things, but I genuinely think, at Christmas time, I personally like giving stuff. I like seeing your reaction on your face for something that I did.
Yeah.
I want to know that I did a good job.
Yeah. Right.
That's the idea with that. But when it came to the and I'm sure I'm gonna get somewhat emotional on Friday as well, giving these coats out to people. But when we did the back to school event, I genuinely remember seeing people pull up, and you can just tell there's some people that need coats, or I mean they needed that school supplies, or those kids, they needed lunch, or it was just not necessarily they needed it, but it might have been a big help to the family as well.
Yep.
If they have 5 or 6 kids in the car,
and
you provide them, what we had hot dogs, we had chips, we had a drink, we had cookie, and then we gave them all the stuff as well. That is a tremendous help, because
that's already $40 in Happy Meals.
Exactly. Sure. And not everybody, that's a big help to some people. So I was excited to do that. And I remember, I think the biggest thing for me is that, like, I guess like 4 years ago, this is a very small business still, but we did start this, in my back bedroom type of deal, and then to the back porch. And then now we're able to feed 500 kids on a random Saturday and give them school supplies to, or in this case, give them coats. It's a pretty cool deal. And, it makes you think, like, sometimes you work and you're like, what am I doing? Or like, is this making a difference?
Right.
Or you think you're just running in the same place and stuff like that. You're like, okay, this is like this, I'm doing something. Right. So, and that's the idea. And maybe this whole Strictly Apple thing could just turn into Strictly Giving one day, but who never knows? We might just give away Apple products. That would be crazy.
I think if I can put a suggestion in, I think you should give away Strictly Apple to Jonathan.
Just give it to him.
Wow.
What would you do, Jonathan? 17 years old.
Okay, first day on the job, Jonathan, what do you do?
I gotta go hire some people.
Hire some people?
They're already here. They're already here.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
You
the
just step
employees
into
were
that
here.
role.
Yeah, you just step into the role. You gotta run
what is the
everything.
first thing you do? 7 a.m. when you get here.
Dude, I don't even know. Like,
Start firing people. Do what Elon did.
Boom. Let's go in the opposite
You're
direction.
gone. I don't need you.
Probably call Landon and be like, dude, how do you do this? And go from there.
Dude, I have to do that every single day for other people. How do you do this?
How
I
do you
don't
do
know
this
how to
again?
I don't know, man.
Right?
It's a
You
learning curve.
just find you underneath Chano's shelf, just crying.
Just-
No.
I can't even package one.
He's the elf on the shelf this holiday
elf.
season.
Jonathan, the elf on the
Yes,
shelf. Buy
that's
yours today.
crazy.
Did you have one of those as a kid? I know I did.
Did you?
Elf on the shelf?
It didn't.
Of course.
I
It
think
didn't
they-
exist.
No, it
when I was a
didn't
kid.
exist.
I had real
Dang,
elves.
yeah.
He
Aged.
just got rid of his elf this year. His
Right.
mom, Kelly just
Stop,
explained
leave
it
me
to him.
alone.
We didn't have the internet, so you made up your own elf.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I had
Yeah.
invisible friends. Did you have invisible friends?
We used to make fun of elves.
No.
It's a bad thing to say. I probably shouldn't say that on here, but we used to make fun of elves. Now they're giving them to kids
Yeah,
and telling
everywhere.
them. Is that like
Everywhere.
replacing Santa, or is it, what is Elf on the Shelf?
It's just I don't
We
know.
do it.
It's a tradition.
We do it for our boys. I don't know if
You
they're-
hide it.
Yeah,
And then
every day.
Yeah, when I would wake up, he would be like stuck in the Christmas tree or like.
Oh yeah,
like,
they're,
like in a
dude,
bag
he's
of
all
chips or
over the
something.
place.
His name was
But
Philip.
what's the point of him? He just stuck places. You got to find him, or does he give you gifts?
So at nighttime, they get into some mischievous. At least ours did. Elfie.
Elfie
Yeah,
goes crazy.
Mine was Philip. Leave me alone.
Philip and Jonathan,
it,
best
yeah.
friends for life.
Yeah, we were.
No, he goes crazy at nighttime. It gets into mischievous things. That's when he becomes alive. When the kids go to sleep,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then when he wakes up, he's frozen. No matter
Yeah.
what he's doing,
And if
he
you touch
freezes
him,
in that
You
position.
get in trouble. Or
yeah,
at least for
and
me.
and if
can't
you touch him, he loses magic.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And apparently kids love this.
Oh yeah,
Dude, yes.
yeah.
Jonathan still
Yeah,
loves it.
Leave me
every
alone.
morning for a month, my kids will come wake me up and they're like, Dad, last year I woke up to pink painted toenails.
Oh, that's foul.
And there
Your
was
toenails?
yeah,
Toenails?
yeah.
Okay.
And there was a note, and Elfie wrote a note to the kids and said, "Hey, you should check your dad's feet. LOL.
What the heck?
Hope you guys have a great day at school."
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And then they looked at my feet, and I was angry.
Yeah, no
Mhm.
kidding.
okay.
But so that's obviously still a thing. People are still doing it. It's a
Yep.
big thing, but it wasn't a thing 15 years ago.
No,
No, I think it's definitely
it's pretty hard
came up
hitter.
in
I don't
the
even know who makes
past
Elf on the Shelf.
decade. I mean, you
It's
can
a
only
certain
find
type
it
of elf.
around like this year. Like,
Yeah.
not so
Is this
year.
a
we bought-
November 1st through Christmas, or is
La-
this a Thanksgiving to Christmas?
Thanksgiving to
Thanksgiving. Yeah, he
Christmas.
comes after.
So Black Friday, he goes just elf pop.
Just
up
goes ham.
randomly. Where does he go for the rest of the year? He,
He goes
hides
back
until next
to
Christmas.
North Pole.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Great. So the North Pole still.
So
a
yeah, he
thing.
comes with a letter in
Dude,
our
you're
house.
not that old. Oh my god.
Brought it. Believe in Santa.
Well,
Oh,
just
My
think about
dad
it.
wanted him to know
Gener-
how hard he worked for those presents.
Same with me. No, think about it though. There's a generational gap. Like I have kids when it started.
Mhm.
Landon wasn't in the phase of having it. Doesn't have kids to do it for.
Right now.
So
yeah.
like that generational gap is different.
I'm sure.
And he
but,
grew up with it.
But
I agree.
Merle has a.
But Merle has a chicken
Merle's
that
my
he's going
dog.
ham on right
Yeah.
now.
He has a stuffed chicken that we got him at Costco, and he just goes. It's his office chicken.
Yeah, earlier I was sitting at the desk. And he had the chicken in my lap. And now I don't want you to think this is a crazy thing, but it is pretty crazy. And he was just chomping on it in my lap.
Just going absolutely crazy.
Yeah, dude, just going ham on his thing. And he's like, re, all the whole time, just in my lap.
That's crazy.
Okay, so jumping from that, hey, happy giving. Hopefully that goes great. Now, if you're seeing this on video right now, you can tell that Landon has got some AirPod Maxes next to him.
Beautiful AirPod Max.
Yes,
Don't
and
give it away yet.
I'm not giving it away. But in the sake of giving money away, giving devices away, I want to talk about, Landon, your current.
What you got over there?
I don't even know
Yeah,
how to set it up.
So
to be
we
honest.
just got AirPod Max in. So we just
How many?
ordered. I think it was like 60.
Yeah.
It was like 60 pair of AirPod Max. We wanted to give them away. Not give them away. We wanted to offer like a
Jonathan,
super steep price.
Your brand new AirPod Maxes.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now listen, we just ordered these in, and this is why, it does matter who you buy from online, because you want to make sure that you're getting the proper
And those look great.
devices.
Yeah.
These are great looking AirPod Max. We got the space gray AirPod Max smart case. Look legit, right? They're not. They're not legit. These are completely duplicates.
Fake.
And it was a supplier that we don't typically buy from. He was referred to us as a good supplier.
Will you be using this supplier anymore?
I won't when it comes to AirPods, but I will say he's already given our money back, and we still have all the AirPods.
Okay.
So he was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. Take the money back."
Yeah.
Like here,
That's good.
I'll get
Okay.
you shipping labels.
Says a lot about
Let me-
somebody.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it was within an hour and a half of me receiving these, sending him the video of how I know they're fake. So on AirPod Max, if you as a consumer bought these offline, I could ship these out to customers. They would have no idea.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because how good they are. And even the box is not like for sure these are fake. These look real. They have the pull on the side. So the AirPod Max first generation with the lightning cable or the lightning adapter has the pull on the side. So you can actually take this and you pull it down and it unseals. And it looks legit. The paper wrapping's fully legit and everything as far as that goes. The even where The stamps are placed is legit as far as the stickers. But there's two things on the side that are not legit that I would like to point out here. And if you're watching this, that's one thing, so you can see it a little better. Where it says AirPod Max on the side of the box, you guys feel that? It's stuck out. On a normal AirPod Max box,
It feels like an iPhone box. You know how there's like you can touch
But,
it.
Right.
But this is indented
This is-
too.
but a normal iPhone box or AirPod Max box, this is not indented at all. It's just printed.
It's just
Do you think Apple does that on purpose?
for the aesthetic you're talking about.
Because
do
they do
what's-
it for phones, but not for.
Well, Apple does whatever's the hardest to duplicate, and apparently
That's what
harder
I'm
to
saying.
duplicate. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
that makes
you can
sense.
even feel all the Apple logos and stuff. It's indented.
Dude,
Why
doesn't
wouldn't the fake
Apple do
people
that?
think about that?
Well, they don't. Nobody looks at it that much. So these right here
Except people who
is,
look at it
and you know what
every
it
day.
is? It's probably a lot harder to print on these boxes
Than
because how they
stamp
are
it.
than to press.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things. So
That
that's how
makes
you know the
sense.
fake. So initially, I didn't catch on to that. I will also say that this seal, if you ever have an Apple device, the seal on the Apple device will always be perfect. I noticed it was a little bit off, but it wasn't
This?
fully off. Yes.
Yeah, I can see it on the
So
sides too.
it's supposed to be on the corner. There's not supposed to be really anything, but
Look at that.
yeah, it's
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
close. It's pretty close,
Yeah.
and
That
it's
is very
tight and
close.
looks good.
You wouldn't question it.
No.
No.
Now, I'm not going to open these up because I told the guy I'd send them all back, and I don't want to open them up because he gave me my money. Easy to work with, super easy to work with. And he got them here in 2 days. So, unfortunately, they're fake. But when you open the AirPod Max up, there's a few things on brand new sealed AirPod Max. You should open them up. There should be white cups over the earphones, like the
Yep.
soft part that goes in your ear. The other thing is that there should be paper wrapping around the outside of the AirPod Max.
Right.
This paper wrapping is it's not see-through,
Mm-mm.
but it's like a I don't know how to say it.
Translucent.
It's kind of like it's blurred wrapping.
Yeah.
So it's like white, but you can kind of see through it, but you can see light through it, but it's not like
It's like wax
clear.
paper.
Yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Parchment paper.
Parchment paper.
It's kind of what it looks like, but it has a
Bingo.
texture of very, very thin.
We don't deal with physical stuff. Electronics is our deal.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that wasn't on it. So the caps for the headphones were sitting in the box. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. The charger for these is supposed to be threaded, not threaded. The paperwork looks identical.
Yeah. That would probably be the easiest to.
It was identical, but you know what? The paperwork inside the fake ones has Chinese lettering.
Mm.
Right.
Yep,
I like
Chinese lettering.
Yep.
Versus the other ones is obviously English, and then it has Spanish, I think, as well, and the real one. So that was a few indicators.
I had to use that.
The Chinese lettering. The other indicator was Apple's box will never be brown. When I opened these, you took the AirPod Max out, and you can take the insert, and you just take it straight out, and it looks like somebody hot glued 4 areas.
Really?
Right? And it just fell out. Now I went and we have a OEM pair of AirPod Max here in the box, and I looked at it and I said, "Look at this!" And I tried to rip. I took all the force that I had, tried to rip out the insert of the box.
Like
It's
you
very,
did. If
very
you
hard.
watched the last episode
the iPhone
of
7,
Yeah. I loved
Same
that
thing.
box, and you just destroyed it.
Well, the iPhone and AirPods Apple box, it's an insert, but it's a different insert. You'll never be able to really see the brown piece if it's an OEM box.
Yeah.
Right? And that's one reason to know. So we caught this. I opened them up, and I was having my doubts because the packaging looks great on the outside. There is some difference, but overall, very, very good dupes. If these were $70, probably worth it, honestly.
Mhm.
And we could take these out, and we could put these in a thing and list them, and customers would have genuinely no idea.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. But we can't do that, obviously. And I know so many people come at us and say our AirPods are fake, but they're not. They're just really good deals.
And now you know what happens to fake AirPods when they come to Strictly
Yeah,
Apple.
and we're sending them
Right.
directly back. Absolutely. There's no way that I'm sending these things out to anybody.
But honestly,
This isn't just a publicity stunt.
no. I mean, if you think about it, no, we're dealing real money.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, this is real stuff going on.
No, you talk about, you said $70 and probably worth it. Honestly, you get a pair. I haven't heard the quality. We don't know about the longevity.
Maybe
and
$199. Maybe more. Well, are you going lower?
and I was going about the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like I've been to, what do you call them? I don't want to say the wrong word. Like New York City, I've been to them in Jordan. I've been to them in Paris, France, and Berlin, Chinatown.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
I
San
bought-
Francisco has one.
Yeah, yeah. And I bought, I mean, I've bought fake Prada. I've bought
Yep.
fake, never Apple products. But
I go Louis Vuitton whenever I go out of the
yeah,
country.
LV.
Get some
Yeah.
LV
His satchel.
sunglasses for sure, $19 or whatever.
But if you think about it, these fake Apple products, but if they were on shelves and were branded differently, probably worth it.
100%. If they took the name Apple off this and they just showed that, they could easily sell them for $70. I don't know how much they have in them. They feel good. The one thing that also is when you take the muffs out of the headphones, when you put them back in, you hear a
click.
Yeah.
good click. This is a plastic click.
Yeah.
It still clicks, but it's a weird type of click, and you can hear it automatically. But again, different branding.
Does the metal feel the same?
It's the metal's pretty
Really?
good, no.
The-
Yeah,
the
and
mesh?
dude, they look identical.
Really?
The one other thing I noticed too is how you make them a little larger by pulling them down.
Yeah.
It's not as smooth
Okay.
as the
Little
AirPods.
ruggedy.
Yeah.
A little ruggedy. Not horrible though. Again, if you don't have these every day, you'd have no clue.
You know what? For the
I almost don't want to send them back because I don't want somebody else to get them.
right, it's kind of
I don't
funny.
know what they're gonna do though.
Kind of funny to think about, but like the research and development team of the fake Apple people are probably going to use this podcast and are like, see, I told you guys, there's just
Gotta have the right click.
got to have the right click.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting fired today.
Yeah, no, it's true. And Apple products are very, obviously they kept their name on that. And I keep looking at them. You can see different things. I keep looking at the boxes and I start to notice things more. But this is the first time we've encountered fake. AirPod Max.
And I think we had talked about that on the episode,
Yeah.
asking about like, have you ever seen, MacBook or AirPod Maxes? So, I mean, maybe it was fate.
Maybe. I'm not exactly sure. I would like to see them. It's cool. I'll probably do a video. We got to send them all back today.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do a video on them. I think it's a cool thing to look at. Overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So,
should send all but one.
I'll put the one.
Yeah.
So I
And-
want to keep one.
Yeah, just say you're like, okay, this is
No,
what they
because
look
he's going to
like.
get refunded. He told me he was getting refunded too.
Yeah.
I would like to keep one.
I
mean,
wanna
if it was
see-
$100, I'll keep a pair.
I want to see the refund chain, and then I'm not a rat. I don't do that, but like, just send it to Apple.
Just see what happens.
Just see what happens. See-
And the
see if they
serial
make a little
number-
visit.
The serial number on a couple of the boxes were the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Same as an actual AirPod Maxes, or
Same as there's two pair, both have the same serial number on
Oh.
the box.
When you first got these boxes, what's the first thing you look for? Like, okay, are
What's the
these- are
first
these
thing that-
legit?
tipped you off?
Yeah, you're like, whoa, like these,
We got him for a good deal.
okay.
But
Alright.
it wasn't like a crazy good deal. I would say we got him for like $60 under less than what we would normally pay for them.
Yeah.
But it was a good enough deal to be like, maybe I didn't have to go through the middleman this time type of deal, right? So I was like, okay, cool. I'll grab them. We got them. And then when they first came in, I was like, these look legit.
Right.
The first thing that tips you off is going to be the plastic wrapping.
So that
Okay.
was the first piece.
Yeah, because if you
Plastic
look,
wrapping.
that seal isn't right in the middle.
Yep.
It's close. And they look
And
great.
it wavers.
Yeah, and then it's just not right in the middle. So, and even, I was talking with Chano, and he's like, dude, yeah, man, I don't think these are right. Because it's not, Apple was, if this came
To
out of
the-
Apple,
yeah.
they would just not even
Somebody's getting
sell.
fired again.
Yeah, it's getting resealed or it's getting
Yep.
put on the refurbished website
Right.
over a seal.
Is
Over
that like
seal.
does your gut and heart like sync? Like when you thought like, dang, like I just got.
Well,
like,
I was
robbed.
pretty confident
I just got
that I was
robbed.
getting,
Yeah.
no, I was pretty confident that I was going to get my money back.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not buying these from some guy like across
Some
the street
John off
down
the
the
street,
corner.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty reputable guy. He was actually just as upset as I was. Are you kidding me? Because he had another 60 that I told him I would commit to if
Right.
I want to check these out. And he's like, no, they're
And
good.
if he
man."
is a legit middleman too, he'd be just as
well, it
angry.
would
Right.
yeah, and it would make him think, maybe where's he's getting his products from.
Right.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like,
And I've never seen a fake MacBook. I've seen a couple fake iPhones, but they're really easy to spot. But AirPods are the main culprit of being fake.
Really?
Happens
Right.
all the time, dude. And we have a really, really good connect with the OEM, real AirPods, all of them.
Yeah.
But this one here, and even the Beats, we have a good connect for the Beats. Please go buy these Beats. Please
we
go
got
buy
a lot of
the
beats.
Please.
Did we sell a lot of beats on Black Friday?
We did. We sold quite a few Beats.
Yeah.
Good.
But we still have a lot because we have a lot more.
We're making beats now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Can you edit that out?
Yeah.
Edit that out.
Yeah, no kidding.
Has that feeling ever happened to you before? Like, dude, I'm not getting my money back. Like, I'm screwed.
Okay, so there was one time, and this episode might go a little longer because this is a good story.
Yeah.
I have a supplier that I buy from that's local to Columbus. Well, he's actually about an hour away, but I normally meet him, and I'll load up on some stuff. We'll bring it home or bring it to the shop and process and everything. Well, one time I spent about, I don't know, it was like 25 grand with this guy. And I've never had a problem with him. And he's straightforward. I mean, he's a really good guy. I'm meeting him tonight to grab some stuff. But he is, the plug. But he's a really good guy. Like, I would buy anything from him. Yeah. So I bought a whole bunch of MacBooks, and they were high-end MacBooks. It was about a year and a half ago or so. This is when the M2 first came out with the Air. Yep. Bought a whole bunch of those, the M2 MacBook Pro, the whole 9 yards. Well, about, I don't know, a month and a half later, this customer or this guy calls in and was like, hey, my product says it's stolen. And I'm like, dude, what? And this happens too, for everybody watching. This happens to any type of electronic retailer. So for people that say, oh, you guys selling stolen stuff, we check through everything. But if something happens and as soon as that device connects to Wi-Fi or after it's been reset, and then there's so many things that can happen to where it says it's locked to a school or it's even locked to a person. But the iCloud was not the issue here. He wasn't able to add Apple Care to his device because it said it was stolen. The device functioned perfectly fine. But it said it was stolen because these devices came from somebody at FedEx that were going to a school. The FedEx driver took them, sold them to somebody on Marketplace. So, yeah, they're brand new, like, it's good. Then that FedEx driver or that person that bought them, you pass it around a little bit. And then my connect got him, and he was like, he got them from somebody that he is reliable with. So when he received those devices, he sold them to me. I had no problem. We ended up having to get I had to talk to the police about it and everything. What? That FedEx driver's in jail right now.
No.
Wow. Yeah, they got him. So it was
just dropped. That's crazy.
Pretty insane. So he
Jonathan's still thinking about the 25,000. What the?
Yeah, what the heck, man.
Oh, well, I will say though, this guy is such a good guy that I get the stuff from. He gave me all my money back. He wrote me a check and said, "Here's your product. You can have it all back." Or he got me new product or something of that nature. So I've never done a deal where I've substantially lost money in.
Yeah.
Because I only
broke even.
Well, near broke even. Yeah, that happens practically every day. But I want to make sure that the people that I do business with, I'm even okay with paying a little bit of money because I can guarantee that those products.
Right.
First of all, we're not going to lose money. We're always going to take care of our customers, and then also, me having the understanding that these things are legit and there's no issues with them puts me in a better place to tell my customers these are legit and you're not going to have issues.
That's another Apple Insider scoop right there for you strictly Apple super fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it really is, and that's something that we try to do. And again, now we have, if these go through our doors like they did, I mean, as soon as we got here, we started looking at them. They called me and said, "Hey, we got these in. Come over here." I was like, "Okay, cool." Come to the shop, take a look at them, and they already had their suspicions, but they didn't open. I said, "Don't open the box. Don't do nothing. Let me get there and let's look at them." They're fake. All of them.
Well, what are you going to do? Send them back.
I'm going to send it back. Today, I got to box them up after this. I wanted to keep them, maybe do a video. You might see it.
Yeah.
You might have already seen it. It's online.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now that's online because this is a couple weeks away.
Unless something dreadful happens.
Yeah.
Nothing dreadful will happen.
Not super dreadful.
No. All right, everybody. We appreciate you being here.
Lunch.
Yeah, I'm starving. Jonathan's starving. Everybody has that look in their face.
Let's go.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. My name's Alex.
I'm Landon.
And I'm Jonathan.
We're out.
Talk to you soon.